So if you're thinking about joining the Army Reserves, you might be asking yourself a few very important questions, such as, could I deploy? Spoiler alert, yes you can, I just came back from a deployment. Will they pay for my schooling? Does the job that I pick matter? All these questions answered and more right here, live. Okay, wait, this isn't live, but you get the point. Hello, everybody. Why do we keep clapping? That's very annoying. Hi, everybody. My name's Haley. I'm a 22-year-old weekend warrior, as they say. I've been in the Army for 4 years, and I just came back from a 10-month deployment, and that leads us right into our first question, which is, can you deploy in the Army Reserves? The answer is yes, you very much can. Yes, you absolutely can deploy in the Army Reserves. When I was deployed, I was mostly with units that were reserve units. There was only 1 or 2 units that were active duty, so to sum it up, yes, mostly reservists deploy. Chances are your recruiters are gonna lie about it to you. And they're gonna say,
oh no, that's why they call it reservists. You're reserved for special occasions.
Or blah, blah, blah. No, that's not true. You could very much deploy if you're in the reserves. Absolutely. And they are probably gonna pick you over active duty. Let me explain something to you. They're not gonna pull somebody that they need every single day out of their job. Instead, they're gonna pick somebody who doesn't do Army stuff every single day. They're gonna pick somebody who is reserved. If you are in the reserves, you need to be okay with the fact that you might deploy. It is very much possible. I am living proof that it is possible. And there's only a few ways that you can get out of a deployment. If you're medically unfit, pregnant, or have some other extenuating circumstance that the Army deems you unfit, which is, I feel like, pretty rare. The next question is, will the Army pay for my school? Some of it. They will pay for some of your school. So this is a little tricky depending on if you have active duty time. And what I mean by active duty time is the 2 to 3 week training that you do in the summer counts as active duty time. Also, if you're pulled for some training for, let's say, a few weeks, or a deployment. So anything other than your weekends that you do is counted as active duty time. Now, if you're in the reserves and you don't have any active duty time, you're likely gonna apply for what's called the Montgomery GI Bill. And this can give you a little less than $400 a month for school. Oh my gosh, that was so embarrassing. So, my boyfriend came in and he doesn't know that I have a YouTube channel, so that's why I abruptly stopped. So you'll get about $400 a month for the Montgomery GI Bill, maybe a little bit less, and it just gets deposited right into your bank account. So if you deployed or you have a lot of extra active duty time, like I was talking about earlier, you can be eligible for what's called the post 9/11 GI Bill. So the post 9/11 GI Bill, they give you BAH, which if you don't know is they basically pay you to live. They're paying your rent based on the zip code where your school is at, not where your home address is. So wherever your school's at, they'll pay like the average housing rate, if that makes sense. Plus they'll give you money for school, and this varies on how long you were active duty. You can get a certain percentage of the GI Bill, but I believe you can get up to like $25,000 a year for that, which is really good. So you'll have to do some more research if you're interested in that, because that's a whole beast in itself. And there's calculators that you can do. I'll link it down below. If you have active duty time, you can basically put in how long you were active duty and the zip code that your school's at, and it'll give you like an estimate of how much you'll get. And the last question I'm going to talk about today is, does the job that you pick matter? My personal opinion is yes, it very much does matter. Here's why. So if you deploy with the job that you hate, you're gonna have to do that job every single day for however long you're deployed for. So you could be deployed for 6 months, 10 months, a year and a half, however long you're deployed. You have to do that job every single day and you have to be good at it. So my personal opinion is pick a job that you like, because there's a chance that you could be doing it every single day. Another thing is, it looks good if you're getting a similar job. So I'll use the example of a medic. Let's say you become a 68 Whiskey or a medic in the Army. And let's say you want to go to nursing school or PA school or whatever. Being a medic gives you amazing experience in that field. You learn how to do NPAs, I think it's called, with the thing in your nose, IVs, like everything. A lot of medical stuff you learn to do. And like I was saying, it's just great experience, and especially if you deploy in that job. When you become a medic, you automatically get your EMT certification. You could be an EMT. If that's your goal, you literally already have the certification. And your recruiters are gonna probably tell you that the job is not available, But I guarantee you, if you tell them,
Hey, I just really want this job. Just call me back whenever it's available.
hang up, guarantee you they will call you the next day and there will magically be a slot available. They need a certain amount of people in certain jobs, so they're gonna try to get you in wherever they want you to go. So you need to be firm in what you wanna do. So on the flip side, it's really dependent on what your personal situation is in your opinion. If you already have a stable civilian job, if you really don't need the experience, then you could just go wherever they put you, because they often give really good bonuses for jobs that are less desirable, and they give a lot of different incentives. So student loan repayment, if you already have a degree, they can pay you monthly and to help you pay your student loans. Also a GI Bill, what's called a GI Bill kicker. They add a little bit extra money onto your GI Bill. So there is a lot of incentives if you aren't really looking for like the experience part of it, or you don't really care what job you're doing. So as far as that goes, that really just depends on your personal situation and what you personally feel. My outro got deleted for some reason. It really just made me super upset. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching, whoever's watching. I also wanted to say, I know there's people out there who know a lot more than me about the Army, so if you're in the Army and you're watching this and you notice that I said something wrong or you have something that you want to add, please leave it in the comments so we all can be educated queens and kings up here. Thanks for watching, and thanks.